Hello, hello, hello. Hopefully it's titled now. I don't know why I keep saying untitled. Can someone let me know if my scope is giving them a title? Yes. Hi, Dana. Does my scope say staying in your lane before you crash? Because it's showing me untitled. Hello. Okay, perfect. Sorry about that. It probably did it before, but then I jumped off, but thank you. Hello, hello, hello. So let me turn the camera around. Perfect. Hey everyone, how y'all doing today? Or this evening? So, this scope was inspired by my ethics class today with some of my students. Okay. Well, thank you. Let me pull up my notes because it is 11 o'clock at night and my brain is a little off now, but this has been on my heart all day, so I feel like I need to give this message now before it leaves me, so I'm going to pull up my notes really quick. So, my name is Sterling Clinton Spellman. Hi, Brilliant Karma. My name is Sterling Clinton Spellman. I'm the CEO of Polished, where I teach women how to shine bright and lead in all areas of their life to inspire others, but most importantly, inspire themselves. So, by day, I am an educator, and I do curriculum planning and programming. And I also teach ethics once a year. So I'm actually teaching this first trimester. And so my students are doing a project on ethics and how where you're from influences who you are. So they had to do a project and present it today. And almost in every class, I teach 4 classes. Almost in every class, every time one student went up, before the next student would go up, it was like silence. No one else wanted to go up. So I'm like, why? Oh, because hers is better than mine. Hers is better than mine. And I'm like, what the hell? Why are these girls comparing themselves so much to each other? Why are they stopping in their tracks? They did amazing projects. And all of them that got up there, their projects were amazing. But they were so afraid because they saw what someone else was doing. They stopped in their tracks and said, I don't want to do it because hers is better than mine. So then I was thinking and I said, you know what, let me use this as a teachable moment for the girls. So I stopped right there. I said, let's forget about who's going next. And I want to explain something to you. And I said to them that I want you to get this into your head now, because I know so many adults that have the same problem. They are too busy comparing themselves to other people, and they can't progress in life. So I said to them, I said, listen, you were born to stand out. There's no one like you on this earth. So that says to you, your journey is going to be very different than someone else's. Your story is going to be very different than someone else's. And that's perfectly fine, because you are an unrepeated miracle. You do not need to do what someone else is doing for you to be a success, for you to get good grades. Yes, you have people that you may want to model yourself after because they're doing a great job, but that doesn't mean you need to stop yourself in your tracks to do what someone else is doing. So it made me think about when you're on a highway, right? Thank you, Elkie, for sharing. Please, yes, tap the hearts if you're liking what I'm saying, and please share this scope if you are resonating with what I'm saying and you want other people to hear this message, because it's not only young people that are dealing with this, it's grown adults like all of us on this scope that deal with the disease of comparing ourselves to other people. All right? So it made me think about when I was coming home, when I was on the highway, and I was thinking about when you're in New York on I think it's the George Washington Bridge, and probably other places too. But in New York, when you're on the George Washington Bridge, they have a lane for trucks and then they have a lane for cars. And then I believe the cars can go in the truck lane, but the trucks cannot go in the car lane. So that made me think, you know what? You need to stop playing small and do your thing and ride with the big dogs in the truck lane, okay? And if you're a truck, which many of the people I know who are playing small, you're a truck, right? But you're trying to squeeze yourself in the car lane. You're trying to diminish your greatness by comparing yourselves to others, and then you're getting stuck, you're getting stifled because you're so distracted trying to squeeze yourself into a lane that you don't belong in. And then the other thing, think about when you're on the highway. Imagine if when you're trying to drive to get to your destination, you are stopping looking at what other people are doing on the highway. What's going to happen? You are going to crash your car. Or if you're doing it carefully, what's going to happen? You're going to slow down and somebody might crash into you. Same thing like in life. You have a destination, you have a goal. Let's say you want to write that book, right? There's certain steps you need to take to write that book, but you're looking at everybody else on social media and seeing what they're doing, and then you're like, oh, she put out her book before me, and you know what? She started after me, and her book is out. You're on your journey. Stop worrying about what everybody else is doing. Same thing if you're on a weight loss journey. You're looking at what everybody else is doing rather than focusing on what you're doing so you can get to your goal faster. Remember this when you start comparing yourself. Remember and imagine that you're on a highway and you need to get to your destination, but you keep stopping and turning to look at what everybody else is doing on the highway. You're going to get distracted and you're going to crash, or you're going to slow yourself down because you're trying to ease and look at what everybody else is doing. You don't need to compare yourself. Your journey is your journey. Your success is going to be your success. I need you to understand your own greatness. I need you to look with inside of yourself and say, you know what, I'm worth it. I'm enough. And my path that I'm on is going to get me to where I need to go. And granted, all of us may not be on a great path, right? But that means you need to improve yourself, not worried about what everybody else is doing. Because that slows us down. That stops us in our tracks. Because we are worried about what Susie, Billy, Carly, Kim Kardashian, whoever else is doing. Whose story, who you don't know their backstory. You're seeing the fame and all the amazing successes on Facebook or on Twitter or on Periscope, and you don't know what people go through on a daily basis, but now you're distracted, slowing your progress down because you're worried about what someone else is doing. So when I had this conversation with my girls today, many of them were like, wow, I never thought about it that way. I'm like, you put in the work, okay? You put in the work to do your assignment. Your assignment is done. And you were happy with it. But now you're pulling back because you're comparing yourself to the next person. That's a no-no. Remember, you're meant to shine and stand out. And so what if your project does not look like that other person's project? You are thebomb.com, and that's what you need to worry about. You need to worry about how you are going to get to the next level. So I urge you to, excuse me, I'm so tired today. I need you to Remember this. Remember my voice saying to you, stay in your lane and worry about what you're doing. Because I guarantee you, when you stay focused, you're going to get to your destination much faster than if you're worried about what everybody else is doing. So remember that on the days when you feel like, crap, man, she put that book out and I'm still waiting to put my book out. Or she got another customer and I'm still waiting to get a customer. She opened up her store and I'm waiting to open up my store. Or he's waiting to open up his store. Remember